We have prepared a detailed step-by-step introduction and interface tutorial for you about the new Microsoft Paint after Windows 11. This is the first in a series of comprehensive and detailed tutorials for beginners and those who want to learn about the new Microsoft Paint post Windows 11. To get the most out of this training, following this content and our previous and subsequent or other related trainings that we publish in series will help you understand and achieve much more. Windows 11 Paint is a more advanced graphics editor than Paint in Windows 10, with AI-powered tools such as layers, transparency support, co-creator and background removal. It is an updated, AI-powered and much more advanced version of the classic Paint, known as a simple program with basic image editing, drawing and text insertion features. Windows 11 Paint is designed to be more capable and user-friendly than classic Paint. The modern and user-friendly interface has a cleaner and more organized look, updated to match the overall aesthetic of Windows 11. Windows 11 Paint is part of Microsoft's Windows 11 operating system by default and is a free graphics editing program that does not require any additional installation. You can download Windows 11 Paint from the Microsoft Store. However, this app is only compatible with the Windows 11 operating system. If you are using Windows 10 or an older operating system, you will not be able to run Windows 11 Paint. Whether you're an artist, want to edit photos with new AI features, or just want to doodle, Windows 11, new Microsoft Paint, is a great way to unleash your creativity and bring your ideas to life. Now that we've mentioned all these good things, we can launch the program and move on to the detailed step-by-step instructions. We have already pinned the program to the taskbar for quick access, but you can also access it by searching the Start menu. As soon as we open the program, we are greeted by a workspace with a white canvas in the middle and a new Microsoft Paint that blends classic and modern style. Fit to Window is also a new feature. Instead of a canvas layout stuck in the top left corner, the new canvas layout in the center of the workspace provides a more user-friendly and practical interface. A quick introduction to the interface. Workspace Paint's main workspace. In this area you can edit the image, draw and add text. Canvas, the image space inside the workspace. You can think of it as a real-life canvas. This is where the image is created and organized. The minimum, close, maximum, account and settings buttons at the top left provide control of Paint's main interface. The Paint icon and the title bar are located at the top left of Paint's main interface. Title bar. The bar that shows the title and status of the Paint window. Quick access and menu are located at the top left of Paint's main interface and are used to quickly and easily access various features and functions of the application. The Quick Access section contains the most frequently used tools and features, such as Save and Undo. In Paint, toolbars include a wide variety of tools and features that users can use to perform image editing and drawing tasks. Rulers can be used to define the edges and corners of an image. They can also be used to measure and edit the image. The color box palette contains a variety of colors that users can use to color the image. Users can select a color from the palette or create their own colors. Here is Revolution. Layers are used to stack different elements of the image on top of each other. This allows you to maintain more control over the image. For example, you can place the background on one layer and the foreground elements on another layer. This allows you to edit the foreground elements without changing the background. Another revolution. DALL-E text to image. The co-creative AI in the new Paint in Windows 11 helps users express their imagination without limits. The status bar shows users the size, resolution, cursor position, and other properties of the canvas as they work on the image. And finally, zoom settings and pan zoom make it easy to zoom in and out. With all this, many practical features have been retained that you won't be unfamiliar with. For example, you can zoom in and out with the mouse wheel and the zoom in and out control. Microsoft Paint's intuitive interface has been updated with new tools and features to make it more user-friendly. While previous versions had a fixed canvas in the upper left corner of the workspace, it now has a more convenient and successful canvas system where you can freely resize it from every corner and edge. You can see the current aspect ratio in the status bar. The aspect ratio in pixels in the status bar will be updated and displayed again. You can of course use the undo command or run the undo again with the shortcut Ctrl+Z. The classic Microsoft Paint scrolling swipes and the option to zoom in or out are still there. The difference is that there are more zoom in and out options. There are also additional settings like presets and fit to window, which are very useful for navigation and help you do your work easier and faster. To illustrate these features more easily, let's scribble something in the center of the canvas with a calligraphy pen. When we move the mouse wheel up and down, you can see the canvas moving up and down. Of course, if you move the mouse wheel up and down while the Control key is pressed, this time it will activate the zoom in and zoom out features. With the scroll bars on the bottom and right side borders of the workspace, you can navigate the canvas workspace and scroll and move freely. The most remarkable revolutionary new feature is of course the layer system. Layer systems are a must-have in many professional graphic design programs. The new Microsoft Paint now also has a layer system. We will introduce the layer system in detail in a moment. For navigation, especially for zooming in and out focusing on a specific area of the canvas space, the magnifying glass tool above also has extra conveniences and benefits. It is a very important tool to focus on an area and will help you a lot in navigation. For example, when I zoom in and out from where I've marked the top left corner, it allows me to zoom in and out towards the workspace and that area of the canvas. You can zoom in with the left button and zoom out with the right button. Since the eraser tool is now transparent and works with the layer system, when you use the eraser tool, if there is no texture or other layer, fill or paint in the background, the transparent region will start to appear in the background. We will talk about this in more detail later, and for now we will reverse the deletion. In the view settings above, there are options to zoom in 100%, zoom in and out, and other options such as fit to window. The same options are available at the bottom right. The scroll bar for zooming in and out at the bottom right is even more useful because it is more responsive and intuitive to use. It is possible to zoom in and out from 25% to 2000% on the work area or canvas. Fit to screen will provide the most general and complete view of the canvas in the workspace. Let's slowly start to get into the system of layers, even at a very basic level. In the layers system, we currently have only one layer. We can create a new layer with the plus sign in the Layers menu. Each newly created layer is sorted with the newly created layer at the top. However, it is possible to change the position of these layers later. You can redefine layers as visible or invisible. In other words, you can choose to display or not display what is inside them. You can think of each layer as a separate page, and these pages can be stacked or overlapped to form a whole. For example, the top layer with a black background can make the layers below invisible. Or a completely white layer can make the layer below invisible. You can also toggle the visibility of this layer on and off to make the layer below visible again. In the app, you can drag and drop layers to change their position and order. You can also right-click on any layer to see how to reorder the selected layer and other commands and features. We'll go over all these details in a moment. While quickly introducing the interface, we should mention another of the most revolutionary new features, the AI-powered text-to-image Co-Creator. With Co-Creator, you can define your ideas and designs as textual prompts and then realize them as AI-generated images. With this feature, you can enter text, for example, create a picture of a cat walking in the woods, or create a picture of a house made of leaves, and Co-Creator will immediately convert this text into a picture. Co-Creator is a very powerful tool for design and creativity. It can help you turn your ideas into reality quickly and easily. The AI-powered text-to-image tool is ready to create visual images for you in seconds. The way Co-Creator works is very simple. You tell the AI what you want to create with the text you enter in the command field. For example, draw a cat walking in the forest, or draw a house made of leaves. You can also determine the artistic style of the image to be created. The consistency and precision of the details you provide in your descriptions can help you achieve results that are closer to the picture or image you envision. The AI will offer you 3 different variants. You can use all of them or the one you like the most. Credit points will help you make digital art. With these free credits, you can create your dream artworks and masterpieces thanks to artificial intelligence. As we just mentioned, in the section above, we define with textual expressions what kind of image we want to create. At the bottom, we choose our style. For example, it is possible to produce without any style at all, but oil painting, watercolor, and many other options such as digital art, photo reality, anime, and pixel art are also possible. To draw a cat in a simple anime style, and we also wanted it to be done in a pixel art style. After running Create, one of our 50 credit points was deducted and creation started immediately. In seconds, simple pixel art drawings of cats in anime style were created with 3 different variations. As soon as you select any of the generated images, they will be transferred to the workspace and canvas. Once imported, you can resize it as you like and perform other image manipulation operations. If you don't want to, you can undo the design you added with the undo command, or of course you can delete it with the delete key while it is selected. For resizing, right-click on the selected image and run the resize command, and the resize panel will open. From here we can make the necessary adjustments and, if necessary, resize and scale it to the level we want, keeping the aspect ratio. For example, here we have reduced the size in percentage terms by half, up to 50%. When selected, we can freely move our image to the area we want. We moved it to the top left. Zooming in on the resized cat drawing we just created, we plan to make some changes to it. For example, to turn the cat's eyes blue, we will select the rectangle tool from the basic shape tools and make 2 eyes in blue. Since this is a pixel art drawing, we chose a square or rectangle style for the cat's eyes, close to the original. Of course, there is no limit to the changes we can make. Anyone who has used Microsoft Paint knows how the Edit Colors palette works. If you don't know, the Edit Colors panel is a very basic tool that allows you to change certain properties of a color. The panel contains 3 sliders that you can use to adjust the brightness, saturation, and hue of the color. You can also change the RGB, HSV values of the color. Simply put, they are just color codes and their combinations in different proportions that allow us to get the color we want. We can choose from the color palette here or from ready-made base colors, or we can create a new color and import it into our palette in the workspace. As you can see, we can make the layer window visible and open it to use it when needed. Or we can make it smaller and invisible when we don't need it to save more space in the workspace. In the same way, we can reactivate and open Co-Creator whenever we need it, so that the panel appears on the right side, and from there we can perform the necessary actions. At the moment we will just open the Layers section, and there we will try to create a new layer, and as another option we will add another pair of eyes to the new layer. Layers are a useful feature that lets you organize different elements of an image separately. Using layers, you can create complex images or variants and edit them more easily. By making the added layer active or passive, visible or invisible, it will help you observe the differences and thus generate and organize more creative ideas in your design processes. The other thing we will mention is that when we right-click on each layer, there are commands set to move it. You can move one layer up or one layer down. Just like drag and drop with the left mouse button, you can select one of the up and down commands and move them one step up, one step down, or one layer up, one layer down. On the bottom layer of the blue eye layer, we add another copy of the original version of the cat image we created earlier and resize it. The idea is to re-observe the original eye color and its different variations with layers. This time we resize by drag and drop and by using the tabs on the corners and edges of the object while it is selected. We have also moved our selected image to the required position. For more precise moves, we can also use the arrow keys on the keyboard. Up, down, right and left, pixel by pixel, step by step, allowing precise moves. Co-Creator is powered by DALL-E version 3, making it highly effective for creating complex and realistic images. Paint's new interface is reminiscent of older versions, but is more intuitively designed and features updated tools and a modern design that clearly shows what each tool's symbols do. This makes it easier for beginners to learn how to use the tools. Another revolutionary new feature is automatic background removal with artificial intelligence. This feature is actually a much used and sought after feature in photo manipulation. Background removal is a great feature you can find in industry standard software like Adobe Photoshop, GIMP, and even other digital art design programs like Krita. The fact that it is now available with AI support in Microsoft Paint is clearly a major innovation, a major revolution. If we talk about this feature, you will see in the app that the image of the cat in front of us is actually in a white field. There is a cat in a square, on a white background. We can remove this white background. With this automatic background removal feature, you can see that when the background is removed, you can see that the background is cleared and transparent when the image that represents that transparency is created. This is such a practical command that the AI detects the object in the center of the selected area, separates it from the background, and clears the background. In this case, we get a clean, background-free image of the selected cat. This is the cat image we are currently creating, and the background, chosen as a clean version of the background, is ready and waiting for us on our canvas. We make the changes we want on this image with a clean background. It is also possible to remove the background of a picture on a whole canvas. We have a picture of a tiny cat on a huge canvas. You can remove the entire white background. This is a big advantage of the background removal tool. We go back to the Co-Creator tool and start explaining how to create another design. This time we're going to ask Co-Creator to create an anime-style drawing of a galloping horse for us, and we press the Create button. In a few seconds, he creates 3 awesome anime-style drawings of a galloping horse for us. The artificial intelligence is still developing, so small errors may occur. 2 out of 3 options are very successful. Option 3 has the problem of an extra foot, but this is not a problem at all because options 1 and 2, especially option 2, are exactly what we are looking for. I move the 2 horse pictures we like to our canvas in the workspace, resize them and place them on the canvas. When you activate the layer panel, you can see an image of AI-generated anime-style galloping horses on the top layer. We copy one of the 2 horse images by creating a new layer and selecting it with the selection tool. Copy it with the Ctrl+C key combination and paste it on the top layer. Finally, we create another layer with a white background and place it on top. When this layer is on and visible, all layers below it will be invisible because they overlap and are located on the top layer. Dark mode options are available in the new version of Microsoft Paint. Dark mode provides a more favorable working environment for eye health. If you prefer dark mode, you can enable it in the settings. From now on, we will work in dark mode. Dark mode is a must-have feature in industry-standard software and is often preferred by professionals because it helps to focus more. Dark mode adapts to the new design of Windows 11. At the same time, dark mode is also very beneficial in terms of energy consumption. It helps you see the colors and contrasts of pictures better. It is a great help to focus while working. It also reduces eye strain and headaches. It is also very useful when working for long periods of time or in low-light environments. Now let's briefly talk about the File menu. The File menu, which we will discuss in more detail in the following lessons, is a command menu used for opening, saving as, printing, display settings, and other operations. We have already talked about the View menu, and we will talk about other practical details in the future. In this tutorial, we have saved the working layers we created to the desktop and are quickly presenting them to you. These printouts show a few images of the doodles and examples we created in PNG format. As you can see, the new version of Microsoft Paint includes many revolutionary new features and many improvements in ease of use. Features like AI-powered background removal, layering, and dark mode make Paint a more powerful and useful tool. In this tutorial, we gave a quick overview of the interface and key features of the new version of Paint. In future tutorials, we will cover the new features of Paint in more detail and even try to explain the use and application of all the tools in full detail. Of course, we'll learn how to do more complex work with layers using revolutionary new features, the advantages of background removal, and even dive deeper into creating AI-powered images. Let's keep exploring the new version of Paint together and unleash our creativity. We will continue the series with more beautiful trainings, and we will be with you again very soon.
Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell to receive notifications for new videos. See you again soon, and thanks for watching.